Welcome back to the stage of gaming. I'm Extreme Raging here with Nosgoth. Today, I'll be showing you the summoner and her abilities as well as her strengths and weaknesses and how to apply her abilities. So let's start off right off the bat with her two ranged abilities she has available right now. First up is Abysmal Bolt. Many people disagree on using it because it's kind of weak in regards that it has a delayed effect. When you use the ability, you throw out a bolt with grenade-like launcher physics, and you can throw it over buildings, and you can also move while channeling it, which is quite nice, and leaves you less vulnerable to scouts sniping you and such. And when it hits the ground, it has the delayed AoE effect. Well, it does the AoE damage right off the bat, but it doesn't explode until 2 seconds later, dealing 200 damage. Most people agree that it's pretty easy to dodge out of Abysmal Bolt, and you can easily see it coming unless they hit you from behind. Most people would prefer the second ranged ability, Hellstrike. Hellstrike is instantaneous with its AoE effect, but the targeting system and channeling effect is different from the first one. Hellstrike has you standing still for the duration of the channel, and the targeting is not grenade launcher like. It targets the ground specifically, so it's much harder to target someone from behind a building, but it's still possible because you can, hit the ground or hit the side of the building and still kind of hit them. Most people agree that this is stronger because the effect is instantaneous, so you can do that 400 damage right off the bat. Next up is we have the summoner skills. First one is summoning two lesser ghouls, and they have less health and are more vulnerable to AoE but do not require targeting, so you can fire and forget them. Generally against classes that have no AoE, you can go with them and swarm a target, making it pretty effective against anyone who doesn't have AoE. Summon Slayer is more effective against people who do have AoE because they have more health. Unfortunately, you do have to target with the Slayer, and if your target dies, sometimes it'll just stand there, staring blankly into the abyss, or the sky, I mean. Between the two, I prefer Summon Stalkers, even if there is AoE, because I like to use the fire and forget, and not have to target my summons, because when you target with your summoning, it will leave you more vulnerable to attacks as well. Her secondary ability is Abysmal Barrier. She basically puts up a force shield in front of her that prevents damage from in front, even from explosives. As long as the explosives don't explode behind you, this will block explosives, which is quite nice. It can even block sniper shots and such. Unfortunately, you do slow down while using it, so using it as an escape is more difficult. Generally, if you're by a building, though, you can break line of sight while using this, as long as the humans don't chase you. So it's quite effective in that regards. The perk that I use personally is Undying Wisdom. This will reduce the ability cooldowns because you will be using your abilities constantly, and having less cooldowns means more damage and more survivability with Abysmal Barrier. In general, at least. Bloody Vitality could be an option, but her health pool is lower than all the other vampires. It's only at 1,000, so it's less effective as well. In the next video, I'm going to have gameplay and show you what exactly I'm doing and why. Show you the various tactics and such. So thank you all for watching, and tune in for the next one.